the past year or so, something unusual has been happening in India's premium spirits market. Bottles of top shelf tequila are no longer just tucked away in high end bars. They are now finding their way onto retail shelves and into home collections. Think Don Julio from Diageo, Volcan from White Hennessy, and Patron's ultra-premium labels like El Cielo and El Alto. India's tequila imports have jumped more than 200% since 2019, with most bottles selling in the 10,000 to 20,000 rupee range, and they're selling out fast. Globally, tequila is having a moment. The International Wine and Spirit Research expects it to become the second most valuable spirits category in the US by end 2025, overtaking vodka. By law, any true 100% agave tequila must be distilled and bottled in Mexico, a rule strictly enforced by the Mexican government. In India, the base is still small. Agave spirits, covering all imported tequila and mezcal, plus a handful of local craft labels, stand at about 120,000 cases a year. That's tiny compared to the country's massive spirits market of over 323 million cases and a premium segment of around 28 million. But it's growing faster than its size suggests, with demand strongest in Mumbai, Delhi and Goa. One reason for the surge is that Indian founders and backers are stepping into the tequila story in a big way. Take Loca Loka, co-founded by actor Rana Daggubati and composer Aniruddha Ravichandran. It is distilled in Mexico for legal authenticity, but crafted for Indian tastes. It launched in the US in 2024 to tap the diaspora and is expected to arrive in India later this year. Fino Tequila, backed by cricketer Yuvraj Singh, followed a similar path. A US launch first, now gearing up for India. Las Maracas is another new premium tequila, distilled in Jalisco, Mexico, and founded by Delhi-based Shivankar Behel. It is aimed at tapping affluent India's love for tequila.
It's also the experience I feel around tequila. Like every cocktail bar is now the main spirit of choice, so that all the new menus revolve around tequila. All the new experiences coming out, all the new restaurants coming out are focusing on Mexican tradition. So there's a lot of, I feel, growth in this market.
Then there's El Cristiano, founded by Indian-American businessmen Karan and Nathan Khanna. It is crafted by third-generation tequila makers in Los Altos, Jalisco, and imported by Mehra Wines, a fourth-generation family business. What sets these brands apart isn't where they are made. By law, tequila must come from Mexico, but who's behind them and who they are speaking to. While tequila in India is quietly moving from party shot to status sip, there's a parallel story brewing. Agave, the hardy desert plant behind the tequila, grows well in India too, especially in Maharashtra, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh. Tequila itself remains a protected term under Mexican law, but other countries have developed local agave spirits for years. The US, Australia, South Africa, and now India. The first serious Indian attempt came in 2010 when Desmond Nazareth launched Desmond G. It was ahead of its time, but laid the groundwork for what's happening now. In 2022, Maya Pistola arrived, one of the first to position Indian agave spirits as something to sip slowly. Today, a new generation is pushing that idea further. El Gunda, co-founded by actor Karan Thakur, is distilled in Andhra Pradesh using locally grown agave and aged in whiskey barrels. Thakur says he didn't want to be just another actor slapping his name on a bottle. He wanted to build something genuinely Indian, start to finish.
We first did go to Mexico and we did try out that option and that route, and to which we eventually felt, no, you know what? We've got agave in India, which most people don't know. So let's just make India proud, and let's do something which is India made and India felt, and hopefully the endeavor in the longer run is that when you'll be sitting or somebody will be sitting at a bar, maybe in Mexico, being like, hey, you know what, this agave, it's not local, it comes from India. So let's give it a shot. Let's try this.
Legacy players are watching too. Indore based Associated Alcohols and Breweries, a prominent Central Indian distiller, is working on adding tequila to its portfolio by the end of this year and could bring scale that new craft labels don't yet have.
It's not only white spirits drinkers also who are moving to tequila, but also whiskey drinkers and single malt drinkers are moving to tequila. So tequila has become more like a sipping drink now. Okay, so that's what the trend we've seen, and that's the trend not only in the A grade cities, it's other cities also, like if you see Indore, Raipur, Jaipur, these places also. And this trend can be seen in primarily in these cities. By in whichever party you go to, the first drink to get over is tequila.
Industry experts believe tequila's momentum in India will hold steady for at least the next 3 to 4 years.
I think tequila is a very badge conscious category, in that the ultra HNI and HNI consumer in India is very conscious of the brand of tequila that they're drinking, which is what has created a playground for brands such as El Alto, 1942, Comos, and Class Azul to play in. And that's not going to go anywhere for the next 3 to 4 years at least, given the popularity of the brands and the space this has occupied for the HNI consumer. I would advise Indian agave spirits not to take on these brands or the next segment from a pricing perspective, but play to their strength in terms of being able to relate to the consumer from a brand language perspective.
From Mexico's blue agave fields to India's premium bars, and from Indian founders to Indian palates, tequila here is no longer just a shot. It's a sip that has become a statement.
In a world where business never stops, Mint keeps you ahead, any screen, anytime, from studios to the ground.
Mint is doing brilliantly well. It's a well-read page, I would think.
Mint breaks down business, leadership, and lifestyle, boldly, visually, and smartly. From boardrooms to markets, from personal wealth to industry trends, we bring you the insights that matter. What fuels India's biggest CEOs? Ride along and find out. Want to invest like the pros? Learn from India's top market experts. Your money, your future. We make finance simple. Step inside breathtaking homes and the creative minds behind them. India's real estate scene decoded. No jargon, no fluff. Some chase success, others create it. Meet the ones who made the impossible possible. We don't just talk business, we show it. And the world's watching.